And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run the option. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively.
Oh, he's got some space. It's a running room. He's at the 40. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Goes to the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Miners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UCAP! You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing, it's another thing. Great start for the offense.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Got room to work. He's loose. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Looking to throw, it's Orji. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. On the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. No huddle, offense to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll run play action. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UNLV.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the option. Picks up the first down. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Off the play fake. Firing deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whenever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Miners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Snags it! They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
With the score tied 7-7.
And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Tries to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Using his feet. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UNLV.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Looking to throw, it's Orji. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Finding an escape route. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Oh, the ball squirts out. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back, fighting off the defender.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
To the air, it's Orji. Looking left. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Gums. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now on the option. He'll toss it. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Dropping back, it's Orji. Got a man, it's Thomas. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. This quarterback part of their running game. And the Rebels get the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. The give on the option. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on 4th down. I'm going to go for it on 4th down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line, not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
Would have just been a 47-yard field goal attempt from here, but they're thinking touchdowns and trying to move the chains here on 4th. They'll run for it. The Rebels will keep this drive going.
4th down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that 1st down.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Look out, he's got room. Turning on the Jets. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And the Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. He's got it on the move. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. That 2nd down loss was not exactly what they had in mind. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 8. Back to throw, it's Orji. Going for 6. Wide out trying to get it in. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half.
Number 38 on the field goal.
It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. The Miners will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The option look. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Looking for a crease. It's Thomas. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. On the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, third down, touchdown.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. They'll run the option. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And the Miners need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Showing the arm strength to the left. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide open receiver.
The Miners will line it up on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you've got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give is to Taylor. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And the Miners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, UTEP! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
To the air, it's Orgy. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Dang, that's unfortunate. I wish I could say I've never seen that before, but I've seen Reese run routes. You know, when we go to all these different stadiums and call these games, we go on the field and do a spin session before the game. That looked just like Reese Davis.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball, they take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Reads it, fires complete. Plows through the defense. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. Rides to back and leaves it. It's a seam wide open. Turning it on. He's at the tip. Touchdown, Rebels. Great job by the back on the option. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
14.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Nelson. Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Odom. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Big fullback's got it. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that 1st down.
The Miners getting set on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the Silver, UNLV 17, UTEP 14.
And a chance to mull things over. And let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Nelson. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the big fella. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Now on the move. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark down at the 31-yard line.
First down for the offense.
And the Miners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
It's second down.
And this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. Touchdown, Miners! They move on top here in the 4th.
Touchdown, UTEP.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Looking for a man. It's Orji. Fires to the middle. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
So now it's 2nd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Pulls it in. It's Bradley. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Quarterback on the keeper. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here comes the hurry up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, they rep this play every day in practice, what, 50 times? Simple hitch route. Quarterback puts it right on, and receivers just got to finish the play.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Back to throw, it's Orji. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Rebels have their offense in high gear. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. You just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
Gets the back moving. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Using the quick game. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
Now on the option. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here comes the option. Wide open spaces. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll run the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, whether it's play calling or whether it's the quarterback's decision-making, they're playing it way too safe. They can't dink and dunk and win this game. At this point, you've got to take shots.
The Miners line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive alive. And it's sucked out. They recover their own fumble, but doesn't do them a lot of good as it was 4th down and they'll give up the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression. Just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Catch in the middle, it's Mars. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. This is a designed run. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Trying to slam in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Quickly complete. Touchdown, UTEP! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Number 17.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Orji. Here's a heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Last chance coming up. He's going up top here late in the game. And he's got it inside the 35. And they fight them to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps.
Welcome back to Dynasty. Next, let's choose your rosters. If you're looking for the latest EA Sports recommended roster featuring more than 1,000 additional players, choose the active roster option. Or you can select the rosters from our original launch with a default roster option.
Cherry flavored.
Welcome to the Magic City, the football capital of the South, Birmingham, Alabama, home to the UAB Blazers, and the fans here have been eagerly anticipating this clash. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners, taking on a team from the American, the UAB Blazers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Blazers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The option look. There he goes. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
On the option. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Nelson. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
Oh, a lot of space. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, UTEP. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Number 14.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Leaves it with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking downfield, it's Kitna. Caught in the backfield, it's Hooks. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They go to the ground. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, UAB. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying play action. Looking for a deep man. He's got it on the outside. Lots of running room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Niners.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll try to get outside. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. The 30. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Blazers.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good to finish things off. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the option. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Right, great little run there. Listen, he wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
They'll run the screen. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Still on his feet. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Makes the grab. It's Odom. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Miners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
And on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about. And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Option look. It's Nelson. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back.
Yeah, nice job by this defense stringing it out towards the sideline. And when I do that, man, all my body's got to rally to the football. We got to run to the football really, really hard from inside out. Nice job by the defense getting to the quarterback and making the play.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UTEP.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Kitna. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. the play fake on first down to throw. Going over the top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Runs through the tackle. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Blazers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man, it's Kitna. Trying to set up the screen. Turning on the Jets. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. Quick strike through the air for the score.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. And I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. To throw, it's Nelson. Dumps it off in the flats. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
Punt is on its way. gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Some misdirection with the counter. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. On the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Now the play fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. It's a seam wide open. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. Now the toss. Touchdown, UTEP! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that drive covered 40 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Blazers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Kitna. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle, it's Milner. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Blazers will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Runs through a tackle. Busts through behind his pad. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
At the 48-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll ride his man on the option. Fights off the defender. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too.
Turning it on. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, and this is why you practice 5.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Miners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the left. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miners.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Kitna. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going to try to get it himself. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
The Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Kitna. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield.
And when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them, because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
With the catch, it's Jackson. And the ball squirted out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
The offense really needed some points to dig themselves out of this hole right before the half. What did they do? They turned it over. The worst thing they could do. Now they dug themselves an even bigger hole.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Miners will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Direct snap. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Throwing on the run. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we got to come out, start fast. We're trailing. Got to put some drives together, some possessions, and they come out on the first drive and kind of flounder around. This defense is going to have to step up.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. From the gun, give on the inside. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 40. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UTEP.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
On the direct snap, it's Jackson finding open areas. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
On the direct snap, it's Jackson. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
And the Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. Let's go. Now on the option. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. On these option plays, you just have to take what the defense gives you. And if that means handing off the dive or if that means pitching it, you got to do that. It can't always be about you. And I think the quarterback that time was really hoping it was going to be his number called, but there was nothing there. He tried to do too much. It's a huge negative play, and it sets this offense going in the wrong direction.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Kitna. Got his man. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Looking to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He's going up top. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Ferguson. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Touchdown, UAB! And they take it in for 6 more points.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
28.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Miners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Taylor has it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Throws for the tight end. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. And the Miners will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Blazers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense offense ready to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll leave it with him. Wide open spaces.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
First down for the offense.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, UTEP 42, UAB 28.
So the final period starts with a second down play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Working that wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, I like trick plays. I just don't love dialing up the reverse on 3rd down, though, because if the defense doesn't bite, and they're already expecting pass anyway, a lot of guys have their eyes on the QB. They're just following the football in zone coverage, and they use their speed, rally to him, make a tackle, and now set up 4th down.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Takes the handoff. It's Jacobs. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Brown. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Finds his big tight end. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
They'll ride the hot hand. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ferguson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jacobs. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Blazers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Kitna. Pressure coming. Forced out of the pocket. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it out quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Just keep slinging it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Bye.